Okay, today I'm going to put a new mainspring in my Edison diamond disc phonograph, and I'm also going to put a new diaphragm on the reproducer. So the diaphragm and the spring have not arrived yet, but I expect they will arrive today in the mail. Okay, now I'm going to prepare this reproducer for a new diaphragm. Okay, first I'm going to take these screws out right here. Okay, I have taken apart the reproducer. Now I'm going to take the old diaphragm out of there. So you take it out by unscrewing this outer ring. Here is the old diaphragm. It's also missing the linkage that would have gone down from that while it sits right there to this stylus. It would have gone on this end and hooked onto that hook-like thing right there. So after I get this Edison diamond disc phonograph working today, I'm going to take this back off, this reproducer, and I'm going to have to fix that diamond stylus because over time they wear down. Okay, now I just have to wait a few more hours for the spring and the diaphragm to be delivered. Okay, before the main spring and the diaphragm get here, I'm going to tell you why I bought this Edison disc phonograph. So I've had a few Edison records, and I've never had a way to play them because of the way they recorded these Edison records. So they recorded this using the hill and dale method. That means up and down. So the stylus has to be able to move up and down. If you were to try to play one of these records on a normal record player, it won't be loud and it won't sound very good because the needle cannot move up and down. Now I will demonstrate what it sounds like when you try to play an Edison record on a normal record player. I'm not going to use this record player with the steel needles because the steel needle will actually damage this record. Okay, here we go. This song is Yes, We Have No Bananas. That is all the way up. Okay, it's about 6 hours later and the spring has arrived. So has the diaphragm. They're in the same box, I believe. Something came to me from Canada. I have no idea what it is, but let's... Perfect timing. This is what came from Canada. I can tell you right now this spring is probably going to be a booger to install into this thing. It's 25 feet of steel coiled up into a spring, and it's 1.5 inches in width, and it's about 0.25 inches thick. Okay, here is the spring. They have it wrapped in really thick steel to keep it from unwinding or uncoiling, and here's the diaphragm inside. So this spring has a pear-shaped notch on this end and a pear-shaped notch right there. This pear-shaped notch goes onto this little thingy right there, that little thing, and it'll go that way. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Ideally, I would be wearing long sleeve shirts, gloves, safety glasses, and a helmet. Okay, this pear-shaped thing is in place. I still have the protective steel ring on the outside. Okay, now I'm going to get the protective metal ring off. This is the scary part. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't kill me. Okay, we're good. Okay, the hard part is over. Now I'm going to grease this spring in here. Okay, so ideally I would grease this spring with like cup grease or something, but all I could find was this white lithium grease, so I'll come back later and grease this better. Okay, now we're going to turn this upside down and get the notch on this thing to go in the pear-shaped notch on that thing. Okay, the pear-shaped notch on this thing is now attached, and the spring is good to go. Now I have to mush this back together and bend these clamps. Okay, now we will put the spring motor on the machine again. Okay, so this motor goes in that thing, and then this thing right here will go on top of it. It's upside down, like this. And these oil thingamabobs have to go in these holes. Okay, the spring motor is in place. Now we're going to put this thing on top of it. Okay, that's in place. I have not put the screws in yet because we have to attach these oil hoses. Okay, I have put the screws in and I have tightened them down. And the oil hoses are in place. There's the there's the motor with the new spring in it. Now I'm going to put the new diaphragm in the reproducer. Okay, here's the new diaphragm. There's the old one. Okay, the new diaphragm is sitting in place. Now we'll put the metal ring on. There's the metal ring that threads into there to hold the diaphragm in place. Okay, the metal ring is in place. Now we will put the weight with the stylus on top of this and attach this linkage right there to the stylus. Okay, I have installed the new gasket on the reproducer and I have attached the linkage. Now we will put the Edison disc phonograph back together. Okay, so I'm going to be putting that mechanism in this wooden case. Or wooden cabinet. Okay, everything is assembled except for this little cover that goes here and the grill. But anyway, it's assembled enough to test this. So I've cranked up the phonograph all the way. Now I'm going to start it. I may have to adjust the speed. So this little thing lets you maneuver the needle thing, and then you lift it up to set it down. And here's your volume. Let me turn on the flash.